Let G be any cyclic group and H any subgroup of G. If alpha is in aught G, then alpha of H is equal to H. To show this, let G first be finite. So let G equal M, and let H equal M prime in cardinality. G is cyclic, so G is equal to the group generated by little g. And thus, since G is cyclic, H is a subgroup and therefore cyclic. So it is the group generated by little h for some h. And h is equal to g to the k for some k. We have alpha of g is equal to g to the n, since it belongs to g, which is generated by little g. That is because alpha is an automorphism from G to G. We have alpha of H is equal to alpha of G to the K, which is equal to alpha of G applied K times, which is then equal to G to the N applied K times, which is G to the N to the K. Now, H again was G to the K. So, H is equal to the group generated by G to the K. And alpha H is equal to the group generated by G to the K to the N. clearly alpha h is a subset of h, and since alpha is a bijection, in this case a bijection between finite sets, the cardinality of alpha h is equal to m prime, as with h. So, in particular, alpha h a subset of h means alpha h is equal to h, which is what we wanted. Now that's only the finite case, so suppose G is infinite. Then G can be generated by either G or G inverse, noting G is a cyclic group and it is isomorphic to the integers. Now, alpha of G, the element generating G, must also generate G. So in particular, alpha of G generates G. Now let alpha G be G to the A. Then A is equal to plus or minus 1. So alpha G to the K, in this case let's just use H is equal to G to the K, and that H generates big H. Alpha G to the K is then alpha G applied K times, which is then G to the K G to the A applied K times. Which is G to the A to the K and clearly G to the A the k is going to be g to the negative k, the group generated by g to the negative k, or g to the k, which is, in either case, the same as g to the k. Thus, alpha of h is equal to h since g to the negative k, the group generated by g to the negative k, is equal to the group generated by g to the k, which is equal to alpha h, which is equal to h.